Hello, and welcome back to Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. Today is Hunter Rank 3. While I didn't finish as much, technically, as I was intending to before today, because I didn't finish these two even. Those are a minute each. Today will just be these quests, whichever ones appeal the most. It's mostly actual monster hunts. There's a couple here and there that aren't. I should do Teostra actually, that should be the first thing I do. But I just lost all will to touch this game because it took 18 minutes to get 5 silver crickets. It was not fun. This is a good time to try Teostra in this entry. I think I'm going to focus on the Elder Dragons first. Mostly because I think they rotate some of them. I don't know if they all rotate, but they're not all there at all times. Yeah, that's fine. So it's not really... If I get them all done, then they're checked off and I won't have to hunt for them later. Because if I leave them for the end, then I'll have to hope that I find the correct one whenever I need it. I didn't eat. Yeah. I leave it in because it's... I don't know, it's more likely to remind me that I need to actually eat. The issue is, switching between the Soratorium and the hub, the location of the food is different. And so the habit is different. Like, this eating point is so much further away. Like, I can cut the air out, but I don't know. Actually, here's a good question about this. I think that's the same. So I don't think that changes if you quit out. Whereas the food, I'm pretty sure the food randomizes if you abandon a quest, seemingly. It's kind of interesting that it makes sense that the Elder Dragons don't randomize, because if you picked an Elder Dragon you abandoned and you can't do the quest right away, that'd be very frustrating. But what's the deodorant for? Does this version of Teostra apply... I should do this. Does this version of Teostra apply blast to you instead of just the... I don't remember about the world version. Like the Rise version just puts dust in the air and then it explodes. But I don't think it applies blast. And I don't remember the world version applying blast, but it might. My assumption is 6 or 7, but that is likely misplaced. I imagine it could be anywhere. The least likely to me is 1 and 2. But it could be anywhere. It should be still easy. I probably should have switched to my low rank gear, or at least my low rank armor, to get a better glimpse of the fight. Because, I mean, I think doing a hub with an over-leveled weapon is fine, in my opinion, solo, because it doesn't scale. But an over-armored is going to kind of... It might not trivialize it, It might not trivialize the damage the monster deals, but it will make it easier by a large amount. And admittedly, I would have only done it for this because this is the only... Okay, cool. Like, Kieran, I fought Kieran twice in the village. I don't need to fight it again with proper on-tier armor. Lovely. Lovely. Okay, at least it's going to the 6 and there's nowhere else it could be going. I hope. Because that's the worst possible event. You can't paintball it. You just waved at the hot air balloon, so now you can't wave again. Oh, that's really annoying. Yeah, I should be taking more damage than that, probably. Yeah. It's kind of a bit too trivialized. I kind of wonder how... I assume this has the one-shot supernova. Okay, interesting. Much more subtle than in Rise. If the supernova exists and it would still one-shot me. Ooh, I like that visual better. I like how that fire looks. But if it still does the supernova that one-shots, I need to be cautious about sheathing, because it's slow. Yeah, I actually kind of like that. It's... like the Rise, and I actually think the World version as well, I can't remember, do... I like the visual component of showing the order it's going to explode in. I like the order it shows up. But having just a big AoE like that, I think works better. Nope, that was not happening because I messed up too much. Oh, interesting. I assume that second one applies the blast. And that applies blast, okay, yep. I think I'd be doomed if I was using proper on-tier armor. Like, I think I might have died there. That lingering blast is kind of annoying. Assuming it applies blast if you're hit. I don't like how much that slides. The jump itself is fine. Just the degree to which it slides and seems to deal full damage is a bit crazy. What's that? Ah, a blast behind. Interesting. That's weird. Oh, that's the supernova. That's weak. What? Is it really the supernova? Did they make the supernova stronger in later games? Or was that not a supernova? Or was that outside the radius? But in this game, if you're outside the radius, you can still get stunned if you're in what, like an outer radius. That could be fun. Like an internal radius, fairly small, one-shots you. External radius where it stuns you and does and ignites you. Instead of it being an all or nothing, you get absolutely exploded or not. That always feels weird when you get hit by the base of a tail like that. I kind of wish it wouldn't do that attack when it is clearly out of reach, because all that does is serve as a zoning tool. And zoning tools like that just waste time. I think I hate part of this theme. Like, there's a sound, I think on the left, that sounds like a phone ringing in like 8 rooms away. And I really don't like that. Like, it's obviously not a phone ringing. Well, I mean, maybe it was. Maybe they recorded a phone ringing to make that noise, but... Wrong food. I should have eaten the other one. There's another theme in this game that I don't like for a similar reason. No, it's a different game. It's a different game. A different game has a zone where the sound has... like... where the audio has a certain sound in the background that's like barely audible, but is reminiscent of a normal, common sound that you normally want to pay attention to. I actually figured I should have drank the cooling drink. It should be mounted soon. Committed. Okay, time to drink the cooling drink. Wait, I have 3 first aid med. I should be using that instead. Yeah, I think I need to switch my armor. I need to... what the heck? And actually, after I do Teostra, if I get enough webbing... oops. Weird. I can upgrade my Dios axe and use that instead for low rank. Because it will still be a low rank craftable weapon, or upgradable weapon. So it will still be within the intended range. Intended is not really the right word. Okay, there's the mount. It's really hard to tell what's happening. This visual is awful. Well, that's a really weak, I'm gonna call it a mounted counterattack. Like, it really didn't do a good job trying to remove the hunter. I can't see anything. Okay, so now it's in burst form? Blast form, not burst. But not a bad idea. Oh, I thought that was facing the other way. I thought it was gonna hit me. I don't know if I should have been hit by that, positioning wise. I can get exploded, and that's acceptable. I probably should have died there if I was using appropriate armor, in my opinion. But also, if I was using appropriate armor, I wouldn't have just tried to face tank it, so I would have probably backed off. It has a lot of openings to heal and sharpen. I'm gonna need to repaintball it on the next... in the next zone. Ultra Dragon Blood, that's good. Zone 2 or 10? 2, okay. Let's go through one. I was gonna pick up the cool drinks, but I don't really need them. I think Teostra's a fun monster. It's, what is it? It's not a manticore. But to me it feels like it's a similar type of aesthetic. I don't know, manticores don't fly and they have like snake tails. Or spike tails, one of the two, I can't remember. Good supernova. Ooh, that'd be a fun mechanic. Really frustrating, but fun. When Teostra supernovas, it burns off the paintball. That would be interesting. Like, it would be awful, but interesting. I can get exploded because I'm not getting out of this. Unless it doesn't explode under itself. It only explodes away. Because it's either that or I successfully timed the attack to avoid the explosion, which is possible. And also pure luck. Really? It's limping already? Glad I repaintballed it because I feel like it would have ran out right now. Yeah. It's a fun creature. I think this version, I mean, this is low rank. It's weird. Because, unless I'm misremembering, I don't remember whether there were a bunch of low rank Elder Dragons in World or Rise. I'm gonna check on when I'm loading out of this fight when this is done. But I guess maybe I wonder if they've shifted away from that for some reason. Or I misremembered, which I would say it's 50-50. Feels funny that Elder Dragons sleep. Also, I thought I hit the tail a lot. Maybe there is. I hope there is a tail cut. Or if there isn't, then... Well, actually, it's probably better if there isn't, because then that means I didn't miss it. Or potentially miss it. You know, there was nothing I could do there. It instantly woke up and went for a supernova. That was, like, unavoidable if I wanted to do any damage on the wake up. I don't think I've broken any parts on the Teostra. Like, I assume the face has a break. I haven't broken anything there. The tail should have a break or cut, I would think. I actually can't remember if it has a cut. I'm pretty sure in Rise and World it has a tail cut. Oops. It's not a very cooperative monster. I hate that. What the heck? Was that blast triggering at the same time as me getting hit? Or did it really hit me for half my HP there? Or close to half my HP? Because if it's the blast triggering, I think that would make sense. Because blast isn't reduced by armor, maybe? Just like poison isn't? I hate when it does this. Where it just dashes one way, does one thing, runs back. Oh, okay, good combo. I guess I can't use first aid meds and have to waste mega potions. It must be that Blast... Since Blast probably ignores armor, that actually means that my choice of armor is a lot less impactful on this than it would be on some fights. Though admittedly every single other attack doing a lot more damage would be an issue. Like that doing more HP would be an issue. I think that hit there was Blast, because I knew I had Blast element. The status was on my bar. It must be that Blast is super dangerous. What was I searching? Shoot, Elder Dragons. H. Monster Hunter World had Kieran. I think Kieran had a low rank encounter. Oh, what? No, it had a high rank. I guess Zora Magdaros counts. And you encounter that at the end of low rank? And Nergigante, I think you only fight him in high rank. Xenojiva is high rank. Staphojiva might still be high rank, but a siege battle. At least one webbing. I might need more than one though. Wow, those terrible rewards. And that hunt was still faster than collecting 5 silver crickets. A hub Teostra was quicker. I mean, it was high rank gear, which affects it a little, but still, it's immensely frustrating how long that silver cricket quest took. Like, I filled up my inventory on flash bugs before I got a single silver cricket, despite the fact that they're a similar approximate rate. I thought you had something to say. Who's gonna want to talk to me here? The smithy? Oh, this art guy. Demon Rage 2? Dragon Blast 2. No idea what that is. Be crushed under your burden. Okay, I'm the buff. I think most of the Elder Dragon fights you do in at least high rank. It's kind of interesting. I don't know how it is in even older games. I think I saw that Gormagala is fought in low rank. Oops, wrong place. Which is interesting. The Gormagala isn't an Elder Dragon, It's technically a question mark. I think more question marks could be fun. It would be a good way to have mysterious creatures, and then eventually you could study them and maybe they're no longer question marks. Oh, I did this. Ooh, assuming it carries over from eating somewhere else. I hope it does. Okay, so it seems like I don't need to worry about Shigara Magala. How do you repel it? How do you repel? Are they saying that you aren't actually killing it? But you are. Like, what does repel mean? Ah. Time limit. Interesting. yeah, can I upgrade my Dios axe? This is the Dios axe. Nice. I got 3. Do I want to use the slime? Let's use 1 scalp. Oops, no, not 2. 1 scalp. And the rest is slime. And then I'll equip it. I like how it looks. It's appropriately leveled. That other upgrade's actually not that bad. Senator Claw 2 makes it high rank though. So I'm using an on rank. I'll use an on rank weapon. I really don't want to do this. I don't want to change the decorations. I'm going to be lazy. It's not going to be quite on rank. But it's going to be close enough. I don't want to switch the decoration. I'm just being lazy. This gives me an extra 50 armor, 50 defense over what I should have, but I feel fine about that. I just really don't... I did eat, right? Yep. I really don't want to remove the decoration, switch the decoration, remove the decoration, switch the decoration when I need it. Like, it's a real pain. Because you can't just directly steal it to the new piece of gear. You have to remove it and then equip it. So I really don't want to put up with that while I figure out where I'm going. V Hills. I have antidotes. I have buffs. That should be good. I don't know how Chameleos will go. I wonder how... Oh, 35-minute time limit. That's how the repels are possible instead of killing it. Because it has a significantly shortened time. I feel like Chameleos is the type of thing to be in zone 9 right in the middle. It shouldn't be, because that would be awful to play. I wonder how Chameleos is in this game. I really don't enjoy base Chameleos in Rise. Risen Chameleos, great fight. Base Chameleos? Not very fun to me. I hope this version of Chameleos is fun. I mean, they won't be able to do the... I love the walking, it's so fun. This Chameleon... Oh, wow. It looks so weird. Oh, the hard hit there. The coloration is different, which is interesting. I wonder if it actually changes color. That was kind of garbage. Okay, what the heck is that? Its movements do not fit with the supposed mounting effect, like the mounting. Like, it was just moving slowly. And it was acting as though... I hate this game. It was acting as though it was a red mount state. Which didn't really feel right. Because you can do the mounting just based off of the color, but like... It's 100 times easier when doing the mounting to have like an animation that the monster does to pay attention to. I hope the Chameleos color changes based on locale. Or at least zone. It could be fun. I'm assuming it doesn't, and it just looks this sort of weird rocky color everywhere. Ooh, that invis is strong. It's a little more invis than Rise. I think in Rise, I don't remember it ever being like fully invisible like that. For more than like a couple, like a second and a half. Like it doesn't stay down for very long. Okay, sure. So far, Chameleos seems weaker than Teostra. I guess I just hold it whenever it's not in this camera, I guess. It definitely has a horn. Okay, I'm not going to be able to get past those wings. I like its sound effect. The bop bop. Bop bop. Pretty fun. Very lizard. Like. Ooh, lucky. Lucky. He has bad aim. I don't know, so far it feels easier than Teostra with worse armor. Well, it does have a hard... It is hard. Maybe the fact that I can ignore that affects the fight. Like the constant hard sound could be that I should be bouncing, but since I'm doing the aerial attacks, I'm not. So I'm ignoring an entire mechanic that makes it hard enough to be actually an Elder Dragon. Because so far it feels preferable to an Iodrome outside of the mount. The mount is rough, but like Iodromes move out of the way quickly, which, oh, that's funny. And like the movement of the Iodrome makes it kind of annoying. The Chameleos is moving like, it's big enough that its movements are not a huge issue. It does have lingering poison. That's at least something. And I'm also kind of wondering if maybe my armor choice for the Teostra fight didn't matter as much as I thought it did. Because maybe hub quests are still low rank. It must be that. That must be what makes Chameleos hard. The, like, constant bouncing. Like, I can't understand what else would justify it being on the level of an Elder Dragon in this game for, like, a combat perspective. And just ignoring it entirely might trivialize that maybe this is a gimmick that I'm ignoring. That's a gimmick too, but that's not really that big of an issue right now. Oh. That's not the button I pushed, but whatever. This part's a little annoying. This hopping is pretty obnoxious. But there might be a gimmick surrounding the weakness, the strength of it, like how hard it is, and bouncing, so that might be something that... Oh, that was a very short-lasting poison. Weird. There could be some important gimmick that I'm missing that makes the fight a little more than just what it has been. Did it just flat poison? I didn't expect this game to do that. I don't know why, but it felt sort of outside of the technological capabilities of this game. For some reason. That's cool. I like that. It's kind of cooler than the equivalent in Rise. Where this one, it's pulling two poison things together, which is more interesting to me than just gusting them all in one direction. And then poison again the moment I antidote. I just shouldn't bother. It's probably gonna need to be paintballed again soon. Please don't wear out now. I'll paintball you at the next zone. Zone 4? Pretty annoying. Ah, Zone 4 is a good zone. Zone 5 is very small, but Zone 4 is not bad. Oh, I should have eaten the ration. I don't hate this version of Chameleos. It's a little weak compared to what I would expect. Unless it's about to phase change and destroy me, but... Like, going back from Teostra, I expected a little more. Actually, Kieran isn't that bad either. I guess I just have overly high expectations for low-rank Elder Dragons. And Teostra surprised me because Blast ignores armor, so I took more damage than I expected given the high-rank armor I was using. But that's not a fair comparison because Blast probably ignores armor. I'm feeling like there's no tail cuts on Elder Dragons in this game. Because it really feels like I should have gotten it by now. On, like, any other monster, if I'd spent this much time attacking its tail, I would have definitely had a tail cut by now. Which it could be that Elder Dragons are harder to tail cut, but they can still be tail cut. I've gotten too used to the Oxa... That should have bounced, I think. I've gotten too used to the Oxa switch maintaining my sharpness for me. Or mostly maintaining sharpness for me. Come on. I hate that mechanic because I have no idea why it exists. There's probably... Obviously I know why it exists. I don't know what specifically triggers an attack when you run into that. Like, running into that, attacking. I've not once done it intentionally. It's not as bad as wall running in Rise. Wall running is the most frustrating mechanic because I've never done it intentionally in combat. I don't know why anyone would intentionally do it while they're hunting a monster. Like, it's the worst mechanic from that game. That is sort of just a general mechanic. This is tedious. I don't think I was hit there. Okay, interesting. What a weird mechanic. If you flash Chameleos in mist phase, it instantly goes invisible and you can't do anything about it. That's interesting. Chameleos left a shadow there that looked... I hate that that does damage. I wish it just triggered poison. Because then I could attack it, accept being poisoned, and it'd be fine. But the fact that it knocks you back means you can't just fight it. You just have to leave and do nothing. Worth it. I got the reload. Yeah, there's no way there's tail cuts. This game let you... It doesn't. At least Rise, I'm not sure about World, because I didn't pay attention to it. You can sharpen without putting your weapon away. And it sort of behaves differently. Now, it obviously takes the same amount of time to sharpen and stuff, but there's a different behavior when you sharpen. It doesn't do the whole put the weapon away, pull it out to sharpen it animation. I think for all these remaining hub hunts, I'm going back to the Oxa switch because it'll just save time. I'm happy I tried the Dios axe again, because I love how it looks. But I hate that that last hit was a hit. Excuse me. Sorry. Because I give up. This fight really should be over by now because it was... like, difficulty to time taken. This was a very easy fight so far. And it's about to be over. Good. Honestly, unless the 50 extra defense made a huge difference, and I assume it didn't, that's probably one of the easier fights in the last while. Like, easier than... I shouldn't compare it to High Rank Village. I really shouldn't. Like, I shouldn't compare it to... well, what's it called? I, for some reason, can't remember the name of the spider. The only name that's coming to mind is Namiel, but I'm pretty sure that's an Elder Dragon from World. Nursilla. Like, Nursilla was harder, but that's a high rank quest, so I really shouldn't be comparing it. Okay, we keep going for longer, it's good to know. I mean, any high rank is... in terms of damage, a high rank monster is always going to be stronger than a low rank, so... Especially since I only just got actual high rank armor itself, which means that I was using low rank in high rank, so high rank's always going to do more damage. I guess that's probably it. Even using appropriate leveled gear, the low rank is always going to be easier than the high rank because I was doing high rank with low rank gear, or low rank armor. The switch axe I was using was high rank. So I guess that's why this is underwhelming, probably. And it feels like a slog because of the hub quest, so it just takes longer because the HP values are inflated. So of course it's going to feel like it's taking longer than it should because village quests are better scaled for solo, etc. But I mean, even ignoring damage, Chameleos is pretty boring. At least low rank. Like, genuinely, I think there's a lot of non-elder dragons that were harder. Najarala, I think, was probably not harder, but in my mind they feel sort of similar in terms of level of danger. Zamtros is a high rank. In terms of attacks, I feel like... Actually, that's actually it. I feel like Tetsukabra, considering when you fight it in the village, is more threatening than Chameleos. Like, in terms of the attack style. And, like, Teostra, way harder than Chameleos. Way faster, does more damage, which might be intended. Chameleos is probably, like, the bottom tier of Elder Dragons, but at least in-game mechanically. I don't know, in my mind, it's always been Chameleos, Kushala, Teostra is like the strength because of Rise. That's the order that I fought them. That might be the order they were made available. I can't remember. But... oh, what the heck? What food did I just eat? No idea what food I just ate. What was the feline groomer? I hate that that's where I default to. Here. Did I misclick on... I must have clicked to here? No. No. What did I do accidentally? I must have accidentally clicked right when I was clicking up. So I got that instead of this. Weird. One more hunt today. Except I'm going to be using the Oxa switch because it will be faster. And that's the only reason. It won't make it, well, I mean, it will make it easier because the resource consumption will be less, but considering everything else, I'm fairly confident it won't meaningfully make any of these hunts easier. It will just make them quicker. I guess Kushala. Let's go for the flash. If it's anything like World, it might fly a lot. In which case, I want flash bombs. Apparently, they had to nerf flash bombs because of the fact that it was the only way to fight Kushala Daora and not hate everything about the fight, other than like sticky bowgun, sticky explosive, various ranged weapons. I'm kind of lucky. And like hammer worked well on Kushala, because he is fairly stunnable. This is one of those locales that I kind of like how straightforward it is. Like, it's not guaranteed, but most of the monsters you hunt go to 6, 7, 8. They're probably in one of them. There's almost never... I don't know if I've ever fought anything in 1 or 2 for more than like... They ran to 1, I tried to hit them once, and then they ran somewhere else. Like, most of the monsters are in the top area. They occasionally go down to 3. Like, 4 and 5 are always empty. Oops, I need to flash paintball. It's an interesting zone. Also, this transition is weird. Like, on the right, it's open. And then when you're here, the right is a cliff. It just looks distracting. I like the metal noises it makes. It very much fits the visual. I kind of hate these mounts though. Because that was a very long, just press and hold right bumper. Weird that the wings don't have a hitbox. I'm glad they don't. But it's the inconsistency that's often annoying. Like, Kushala Daora's wings don't have a hitbox at the top. Rathalos's do. If they were consistent, it would be better. I should be flash bombing. No, I can't because I'm too slow. He tricked me. Also, I should move over here anyway, because it's kind of annoying to fight over there. Thank you. You're very cooperative, Kushala Daora. If you're cooperative like that, you could become my favorite Elder Dragon in this game. You're not cooperative. You're back in the corner. Too slow. Or it was too fast. Oh, of course. Yeah, I was hoping I could just commit to that, but no, it's way too long. It's just so slow. I could have been patient and I just pressed right bumper and it would have been fine, but it's just so slow. This is where I should poison. I don't know if it lowers... It's like something about lowering the wind pressure stuff or removing it entirely when it's poisoned. I don't know. The only context I have for it comes from the later games, and it either not doing that or it that returning for Rise to a certain extent. I hate when they do exactly one attack. That's really obnoxious. Oh, I'm at the worst place on the Switch Act where it just constantly goes up and down, up and down, up and down. Do something? Of course it didn't attack that spun it around. Sort of my issue with flash bombs. If I could shoot it at the ground and it would trigger quicker, it'd be great. In this game though, it's just sort of, it always takes a certain amount of time, it always travels a certain distance before it explodes. Which makes it a lot less convenient. Still super strong, but... Oh, it's the worst monster mount in the game. It doesn't try to trick you much, but it's still the worst because it's so slow. This one went quick because I guess I got lucky, but it's just the worst one because it's slow. Turn. Figured it would either turn or stop, which is why I didn't throw. Flying is so goofy looking. I don't know why, it just looks weird. I need to sharpen. I pressed the wrong button. Talking about sharpening confused me. Worth it. Okay, fine, I'll sharpen. You know what? I'm not gonna let the hit. I'm gonna let it go. Take the affinity boost. That's annoying. That was lucky. The wind pressure actually matters here, which is kind of interesting. Oh, whoops. I think having mechanics actually matter is fun. Do I enjoy wind pressure as a mechanic? No. Do I enjoy the fact that I only have one poison knife left and that means that this fight's just going to take longer because I can't do anything until it loses its aura? Yes. I guess I can just attack the face. Which isn't even that bad. Kind of. I understand the whole wind thing is central to... Okay, that was annoying. The whole wind thing is central to the monster. I still find it incredibly annoying. Which is why it not really mattering in Rise was kind of a good thing. What is 3? Normally monsters go to 3 because they're tired. But I don't think it's tired yet. Or like limping. Because I don't think I've hit it enough. Maybe it's just a weakling. Maybe it just has less HP than I expect. I guess I have been hitting it for close to 15 minutes, haven't I? Yeah, 10, okay. 10 minutes might be about right. It's not asleep, so it's not at limping stage, so it wasn't here to rest. Whoop. I wonder if you can just... Oh. Great fun. I wonder if you can just plink down at it from up above with a bowgun. That would be fun. In like a, haha, I beat you kind of way. Not in an actual fun gameplay sense. It's just so slow. It's so slow. And all you can do, you can't take, like, you get greedy for a short opening. You can't take those openings. So all you can do is just press and hold right bumper. Which isn't really fun. Oh, I hate that mechanic. I've never interacted with that mechanic intentionally ever, and I never will. Like, I know myself well. I'm not putting my controller in that direction. I'm hitting left. I was not inputting that direction, but because I was knocked down and I tried to roll right away, it rolled the direction I was facing instead of turning me around. It's a good thing, you stupid... It's a good thing this game lets future games let you roll backwards, because it's always frustrating when it just doesn't turn around quite as quickly as you want and you roll in the wrong direction. It's very frustrating. Because, oh no, you were too fast, you input too fast, because the game is slow. You were impatient because you would assume, hey, if I'm inputting left, I probably don't want to roll to the right. So, oh, delay the roll until it turns around. That would probably play really awkwardly. But it would be better, I think. If Kushala Daora's in 2, that would be cool. If he's in 7, then that's the expected. He's not. He's actually in a different location. That's really cool because most monsters don't go anywhere but 3, 5, 6, and 8. Where is 7? Oh, I'm in 7. Okay. They don't go in 3, 6, 7, 8. Not 3, 5, 7, 8. Or 3, 5, 6, 8. Whatever I said earlier. I mean, he's not here, so he's not... Was he still in zone 3? If he's not in 3, then I have to go check 1. And that's like the last place I would expect. Or he was still traveling when I checked 6, 7, and 8. Which would be frustrating, but... Jump, please. It's here somewhere. Somewhere. It just left. Gaming. The shadow went in this direction, so it could be in 2. It is not in 2. If it went back to 3, I'd be very frustrated. Always preemptively paintball monsters. Don't take your time and wait for it to wear out. Or set a timer. I bet you could set a timer and just, 9-minute timer, throw a new paintball. I'm pretty sure it's a 10-minute duration, approximately. But 9 minutes to have the overlap. And it still has its aggressive aura, despite the fact that it wasn't fighting anything for the last 2 minutes. Actually, let's check that. Yeah, it's been like a minute and a half, at least, and it still has maintained its aura. Which is pretty goofy. I hate that. I hate that it can just walk through... I know it controls the tornado and all that, but I hate that it can just walk through tornadoes. Which means that I just have to wait, sit around, do nothing. It's not as bad as World, though. World, where it will have multiple tornadoes. It'll be flying. All that jazz. I think this is my least favorite of the Elder Dragons. It's not super threatening. It's just tedious. Chameleos was easy, but at least it wasn't annoying. Teostra did a lot of damage, and it was not boring, so it's my favorite. But Kushala Daora is just kind of annoying. Maybe if I brought a poison weapon, it wouldn't be as annoying, but... I don't want a poison switch axe. Actually, like, the Arzuro switch axe is poison, isn't it? Yeah, I don't want to make a poison switch axe just for this monster. I guess I could bring back up craftable poison knives? Poison bombs, stuff like that. That's probably the better way to do it instead of making a poison weapon just for him. Or get like windproof from gear. Anticlimactic ending. Dies to the energy charge swipe as it's flying past. Pretty funny. Yeah, I think it's my least favorite Elder Dragon. I mean, Shigara Magala's in a totally different tier compared to the trio. Like, I think Shigara Magala's my favorite of the 4 that are in this 3-star. I don't know about other ones in this game. Yeah, Kushala Daora's at the bottom. Then Chameleos, then Teostra, then Shigara Magala. Because Shigara is actually kind of cool. Teostra's neat. Like the arm wings are actually like a fun design. And the fight is reasonably satisfying. Especially in Rise. The fight in this game's not bad. Thanks for the whetstone, Palico. I was too quick. I hate this guy. He's such a waste of time. Oh no, new monster notes that I'm never gonna look at. I do understand the value of having the notes in game to a certain extent, but the notes are so much worse than World or Rises that they're not really useful. Like, okay, look at Celtis. I've never fought a Celtis Queen. Like, there's at least some stuff in these. Like, oh, known for being well protected, but this defense drops when she's gathering mist in her mouth. That's a weird one. It starts with thunder resistance, but if you destroy the hide, it becomes fire resistant. That's weird. I mean, these do provide hints. It's kind of too little too late, often. I shouldn't have any info on Durambros. I've not hunted it yet. I do have access to it, but yeah, like Kushala, poison, it's useful info. That's not a helpful one at all. Again, useless. It's cool, it's information, it's not bad. I just wish it didn't... I wish it just showed up there automatically and you didn't have to talk to the guy. Talking to the guy doesn't... It doesn't add meaningful world building, doesn't add meaningful... I don't know. Immersion. It's just, oh, here's a pop-up. Go here, talk to guy, get stuff. And it's just kind of annoying. I'm gonna have to do both of those. And then I guess maybe I'll work my way back. There's 3 quests that are dull that I'm gonna have to do. But everything else is large monster quests, and that makes me happy. Oh, and a fossilized quest, but that's not that bad. This is gonna be a good hunter rank. Like, HR3 will be great. So, that's it for today. I've made more progress. It's going well. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.